How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We are talking about CIIC today because Jim Cramer talked about it on his channel or on his video yesterday, and it kind of blew up today. It's up about 32%. I want to tell you about the company, what Jim Cramer said, what they have going for them, again, because it's been a while since I've covered it on my channel. If you haven't heard about it, it's a very interesting electric car company. And I want to tell you about how it compares and some of the price targets that it could hit in the future if they're able to hit their projected revenue. I'll also tell you what I'm doing with the stock because I am a shareholder. So I'll tell you if I'm buying or selling or holding or whatever I'm doing. So if you guys like this, please leave a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. This is the second time that I am filming this video because the first one didn't work. Had some technical difficulties. So definitely hit the like button. I really appreciate that. Also hit subscribe if you haven't already hit subscribe. We're on the road to 45,000 subscribers, 50,000, 100,000. We're going to keep growing like crazy. So I appreciate that. Also, if you want 4 free stocks through Webull, you can definitely check out the link down below. Just deposit $100 and you can get 4 free stocks, 2 of which are up to $1,600. So I looked and they still have Google as one of the possible shares, even though it's above $1,600. So definitely check out that link down below. And if you want to know exactly when I'm buying and when I'm selling, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. So I include that here because I try to make videos as much as possible on why I'm buying and selling, but I can't do it all the time in real time because I buy some shares that I just buy throughout the week, and I can't just make videos every day that I'm doing that. So you can definitely check that out. Everyone there knows what I'm buying and what I'm selling, and there are about 750 other investors that are in that group. So a great group to be in. And if you want to see me on Instagram, there's a link down below there for that too. You can check out my Instagram profile. So CIIC is up 31% today. It has gone up a lot. We actually picked it out at about $13.50, I want to say. Bought it, wrote it up, sold half at the top, almost exactly at the top. And now it's down, and now it's back up to almost all-time highs. Now, the reason that it's up today, I believe, is that Jim Cramer covered it on his show, saying that it is the best claim to be the son of Tesla. Now, I'll explain why I think this is a little bit weird and maybe a little bit off, but he says, as much as I like the story, I think you can be patient. He said that given how much it's pulled back this week, he's giving his blessing to start picking at it tomorrow, so today. He says that if it comes to 1750, you can buy it hand over fist because this is the one that has the best claim to be the son of Tesla. He's saying that it's fallen enough that you should definitely pick it up. Now, again, he's a little bit late to the party here since we picked it up at a significant discount from him saying that you should buy it at $17.50, but we also sold half of it, and now it's up to almost all-time highs. Again, we sold half of it above the cost that it is right now, so it's not like we'd be out any money, but he's saying that this has got a good growth potential. I don't like what he says about it being the son of Tesla because I know that it's a EV company, but it really has nothing to do with the same space as Tesla. So it's valued at about $5.4 billion, but this is before it rode up so much. Now it's around $15 billion or so. They are very different though. They have these electric vehicles that are buses and last mile delivery vans, and then they have just the bottom here. Now, they have $1.2 billion in orders already, almost all from the UPS. They have an order for 10,000 units, but they have some big backers. You can see here, Hyundai, Kia Motors, they both put in huge investments of about 100 million euros, and they want them to help them grow their EV sector. So they have target sales of 670,000 BEVs and FCEVs annually by 2025. They want to become one of the top 3 car manufacturers for EVs by 2025. So very big goals for them there. Now, you can see, though, that they have electric buses, they have electric vans, they have large electric vans, and then they have small vehicle platforms. This is where I think it's interesting that Jim Cramer said that they're possibly the son of Tesla, because they really aren't in the same space. I mean, they have this small vehicle platform, but you can see here, it looks a little bit more boxy. It looks not like the same type of vehicle that Tesla's making. Now, they'll run into some of the same consumers, but it doesn't seem exactly the same by any means. They say they're autonomous ready, but what does autonomous ready really mean? I think that they're saying that there's a platform that makes it easy to integrate, but they have a sizable market opportunity. about $430 billion. You can see the total van addressable market, 280, plus the total bus addressable market, 154. They see this rising over time too, and they're saying that they can actually decrease costs a good amount. The Arrival van costs about 25 cents per kilometer, and the Arrival bus is about 43 cents per kilometer, a massive improvement from diesels and competitor e-vans. So again, you have to take this with a grain of salt because almost everyone says that, right? On their websites and on their presentations, they almost always say that they're better than that competitor, because why would they say anything else? But you can see here that they have about 2 million vehicles that they expect to be the addressable market by 2025, and they have 10,000 in these vehicle orders already from UPS. Now, again, they have a long way to go. They have to be able to scale and actually be able to produce this, but they have an interesting way of doing business, which is these microfactories. So when you compare it to Tesla, Tesla focuses on gigafactories, making the factories as large as possible. These gigafactories are very different. They're focusing on lowering these expenses with these microfactories. You can see that the factory size is only about 20,000 square meters. They're saying CapEx would be about 44 million, OpEx would be 12 million, and they would be able to scale this up to about 10 factories or so, which would be a significant savings from the traditional OEM, which is about 2.2 times the cost. So in the end, it really comes down to what they can produce and what they're able to deliver on. You can see that by 2024, they're expecting about $14 billion worth of revenue. That means that right now they're selling at about $15 billion market cap for their full valuation. So they're at a price to sales ratio 4 years out of about 1. Now, if you compare this to something like Tesla, Tesla is selling about $28 billion worth a year, and they're at about a $558 billion market cap. So if Arrival is actually able to scale up to this point at the same price to sales ratio that Tesla has, they would be looking at a pretty high valuation of about 18x from where they are now. Now, I'm not saying that this is necessarily going to happen. They have to be able to scale up. They have to be able to hit these numbers. They have to have the same market sentiment that Tesla has, and Tesla has some pretty hardcore investors, let's be honest. But I could see this definitely growing from here if they're able to produce what they're expecting or even close to what they're expecting. Now, they have a much smaller addressable market right now. Of course, they do have a consumer vehicle, but if they focus more on that in the future, I think that would open up a lot more revenue for them, a lot more potential revenue. And you can see here that by 2023, they're still expecting to be able to increase by about 3x from 2023 to 2024. I don't know how likely this is to happen, but say they did this one more year, that would cause them to have a higher revenue than Tesla has now, significantly. Again, this is pretty speculative at this point, but again, this is some pretty high goals and some pretty good projections if they're actually able to produce this. Now, again, I think that Jim Cramer saying this was a little bit of just a soundbite by saying that they have the best claim to be the next Tesla or the son of Tesla. I think that this doesn't make a lot of sense with the space that they're in. They're in EV, but I think this was a soundbite. Again, if you want to know what I'm doing, I am holding right now. I sold half those shares. I have not bought back my shares. I think that I want to take some risk off the table, and I have a large enough position that it made sense to still sell half and then keep half. I could still take advantage of the upside, but I got all my initial principal back. So if you're looking at buying this company, I don't think it's too late if you have a long-term horizon, but it is a little bit speculative, right? It is selling at a very high valuation for what it does now, but it might be one of your riskier stocks that would make sense. Now, if you want to know exactly what I'm looking at buying and selling now, I'm doing a video later today, and I will tell you a strategy that ARK Invest is using that I plan on using, if not already have used by that point, because I might be doing it in a few minutes here. But let me know your thoughts on CIIC down below. If you think it is the son of Tesla, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hitting the like and checking out Webull and my Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.